Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel where you can find interior design tips and inspiration. Today's video, we're going to talk all about biophilic design and see if this is something that you might want to think about incorporating into your home. First, we're going to start off with some background on this design style. So, like I mentioned in the first video of this series, is that this is not something that is traditionally incorporated into residential design. It mostly started with the medical field and the hospitality industry. This is a really big topic, so I'm not going to be able to get into the depths of this topic in today's video, but we are going to talk about ways that you can get inspiration from this design style to incorporate it into your home so you can get some of these awesome benefits that this style provides. When this design style has been introduced into hospitality and the medical fields, the main goal of it is to increase the occupants' connectivity to nature and the environment. It heavily increases our well-being and our health, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. It also helps with our productivity and it helps us feel inspired, and that assists us into wanting to be more productive and wanting to do better things, have better relationships, has a snowball effect of when we feel good, then we want to produce more good. And that's kind of the whole background and basis of what this design style does. There is a big focus on the mind-body connection and how our environment impacts us as individuals. This is something that we talk a lot about in design psychology, and if you're into environmental or organizational psychology, this all kind of overlaps and plays together. This design style has really increased in popularity because of how much urbanization has been happening. There's buildings going up all the time. Our cities are getting bigger and more dense. And so there really is more of a need to reconnect with nature and our environment. I think us as a humankind, when we're in those really industrial environments, we feel the need to go out and hike or do something outside so we can kind of replenish ourselves and to be our best selves. Let's talk about a few of these really awesome benefits that biophilic design can have on us. There's a lot of studies that show how much this affects a person and how people will take less medication, weaker medication, and get out of the hospital faster than predicted when they're in these biophilic environments. We've also seen some businesses take this biophilic design approach and incorporate it into their offices, and they see more productivity. They see people being willing to communicate and to work better together with more people, and more innovation happens in their businesses. We see a lot of benefits to relationships, mental and physical health, and our emotional health when we incorporate biophilic design into different aspects of our life. How can we recreate this design style into our home so we can also have these amazing benefits? One way that biophilic design helps us is to make sure that we have repeated and sustained engagement with our environment. So whether that's having a lot of windows so you can look outside and get inspired by what you see out there, or if it's just the natural lighting that is really boosting your mood. Having these almost constant reminders and interactions with our environment is really going to be helpful when producing those great effects. Psychology shows that we have attachment to places and settings, and so if we can incorporate those things that we are attached to, then that's even better. Not everyone is going to love a mountainous and forest type environment like I do. Some people might jive better with beach settings or water or ocean. Look to your family to see what they feel connected with so you can best incorporate these nature elements into the design of your home. There are two main ways that we like to incorporate biophilic design. One is direct and the second is indirect. Let's talk about different examples of what direct and indirect biophilic design looks like so you can incorporate it into your home. Direct biophilic design is going to incorporate things like water, plants, air, and lighting. If you have a lot of houseplants, then that is awesome. If you have a lot of great natural lighting, that is great. If you have some sort of waterfall feature, maybe you have one outside, but you can also get ones that go indoors. that can kind of give you a biophilic effect. This could be as simple as replacing a powder room faucet that's kind of a little bit more soothing. This could be something just that you plug into the wall that has a nice waterfall effect that's very calming and soothing for you. A skylight in your home that lets in a lot of natural light. And now let's talk about some indirect ways that you can incorporate biophilic design. One thing that you can make sure to do is to have natural materials and elements into your home. Concrete floors or countertops, maybe you have ceramic vases or pottery. Maybe the actual material of your furniture is very tactile. Maybe you have a jute rug, something that has more texture and that you can naturally find in the environment. Stone countertops, different things like that is going to create a biophilic design. If you have artwork of nature, this is also another way that you can bring in the indirect design of biophilic. So maybe you don't live near a beach, so it's kind of hard to get that ocean aesthetic that inspires you, but having artwork of beaches or sand from beaches, different things like that can definitely transport you and create a biophilic design as well. Making sure that the colors that you're using throughout your house are inspired by nature. So a lot of very neutral colors, very muted colors, nothing too bright or too in your face. Leaning more towards items that are textured and not patterned are really going to help give that biophilic effect. And let's talk about why people are loving this design style. So obviously people are loving this because there's such an effect that it gives to you. It inspires you, it brings up your mood, encourages a better well-being within yourself and those with you. It can be very energizing when you see beautiful things and you have beautiful landscapes that surround you. That can be very inspiring, hence why it can really boost your productivity. Not only can this make you a healthier person, but it can also make you a happier person. Maybe this is because I live in Utah where I'm surrounded by a lot of beauty, but I very rarely know anyone who doesn't get inspired by nature or doesn't love to be out in nature, and that's because it makes us happier and healthier. Another reason why this resonates so much with people is because it's very comforting and intuitive. Human beings haven't always had these large structures to go to work to or to live in. We were once way more connected with the outdoors, now are heavily reliant on screens and computers, and so it's very refreshing for us to reconnect with the outdoors, have nature inspire us and ground us back to have us feel like our best selves. And the last reason why people love this is because it is very beautiful. It is organic and it's beautiful and it's inspiring. And that is why people love this design style. That is everything for today's video on biophilic design. In case you missed the other episodes of this little series, I will link them so you can see more about Grand Millennial and Japandi design styles. If you're interested in any other interior design styles, please let me know and I would love to make a video about it and do additional research and share it with you all. Thank you so much for watching today's video and I hope to catch you next time.